technology that allowed us to build the biggest, greatest things on the planet, and it's forgotten. We never built those things for the last 100 of years. But before I go back to this, let me explain the title of the speech. The Empire of the Clouds is actually a song by a British band, and once I show you a cover of this song, you will know what technology I will talk about. The hydrogen airships. The hydrogen airships were literally the biggest flying creation in time, and probably you know the story of Hindenburg, and probably that's the only one that you actually know. The song is actually about the British R101, which was as big as a Hindenburg, but came out a few years earlier. That's R101. And the important thing I want you to try to grasp in this picture is a scale. You see those dots, those black dots? This one? Those are humans, except for this one. This is a cow. But the rest are humans. This thing is literally the size of a small village, and it flies. It was flying. This is a size comparison with the biggest airplanes we ever created, biggest jet planes. So this is like the Airbus A320, 747, which is, by the way, already retired. And this background, that's a Hindenburg. It's not even comparable with what we have now. This is a picture of R101 with the humans in like a visible scale. And in the song by Iron Maiden, there is a very nice line about the size of this thing. And their line goes like this. She's the biggest vessel built by man, the giant of the skies. For all you unbelievers, Titanic fits inside. And that's actually was the case. Now, but those two were not only airships that were ever built. There were way more of them. For example, this is R100 on the sky of Canada. So it successfully flew from the Great Britain to Canada and back multiple times, transcontinental flights. This is another very successful project. This is a Graf Zeppelin, little brother also from the Hindenburg. And those were built in a multiple quantities, and they fly to entire planets, to Asia, to America, even to Africa. So, what happened? Why we don't have those machines? Why the technology got forgotten for almost 100 years? Well, people got scared. Probably everyone knows the story of Hindenburg, the catastrophe. And the funniest thing is that everyone knows about it, because no one actually knows. No one knows what happened. That's why this story was told so many times, and that's why it's the only story nowadays that most of the people know. It just blew up because it was filled with hydrogen, and it just, for whatever reason, ignited. But the biggest issue was that it was on the sky of New York. So every media outlet, every newspapers, every TV, every person with a camera made a picture and shared it. And that's why it spread through the entire planet. However, this wasn't even the biggest catastrophe. The biggest catastrophe was actually R101, the British. The British people didn't have the biggest airship, but sadly they had the biggest catastrophe. But this is not known that much because it happened in a village in France. And it was kind of expected, because there was a lot of maintenance issues, a lot of political pressure on the entire project. And it was the beginning of an ending. However, in the song, the Empire of the Clouds by Iron Maiden, there is one line that I really like. And this line goes like this. The dreams may die, but the dreams will live on. And there is a new dream that is happening right now. There is a company that is currently working on the development of an airship called H2 Clipper that is supposed to be fully autonomous. So there is no passengers, no chance for casualties in moment of a catastrophe. And it's meant to transport the cargo autonomously. It's way more efficient, way faster, and way cleaner than the conventional ships that go on the water. And what's even more important, nowadays we have a huge need for transportation of hydrogen itself. So it can use the same hydrogen to propel itself. It can use the hydrogen to fly, and it uses all of that to transport hydrogen. But in the future, they want to use them for transporting conventional containers, just to replace the ships. And it's a truly beautiful dream of a clean future without the pollution from the ships, conventional ships. So as the song said, the dreams will live on.